Hey, how y'all doing? This is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, and we are here growing heart equity. What is that? Personal, relational, and financial wealth that we obtain through authentic living. And I'm so excited to have you here. Make sure you let me know where you're checking in from. I'm so excited for us to be connected today, and I really just wanted to get on and just have a little conversation and just see how y'all are doing. Haven't been live in a while. So I wanted to check in with the community and just see how things are going, see how life is treating you. And I also, I've been teaching a series with our Divine Heart Transplant um, coaching program. We've been going through a series called Sis It's Time to Heal. So shout out to all the ladies in the Heart Incubator going through Sis It's Time to Heal. And I've been thinking about this idea of acceptance. Acceptance is the third step in my 6 step process that I use to transform my life and that I help others use to transform theirs as well. And when we think about acceptance, acceptance is not approval, acceptance is not agreement, but acceptance is you acknowledging that this thing is what it is. A lot of times we try to change an outcome or change a situation or a scenario without actually acknowledging the issue that's in front of us. And when we deal with the idea of acceptance, acceptance is where it's like a when you draw a line in the sand, it's like a crossword road, so to speak. It's where you make that decision within yourself that, okay, this is what is going on. I'm going to acknowledge that this is a fact. This has happened. This hurt me. This upset me. This frustrated me. Yes, this situation came. I went through this. I caused this for someone. Hey there, how you doing? Where you checking in from? Um, so happy to have you here. So when we think about acceptance, you look at a situation in your life and you're able to acknowledge that it is what it is. For example, we do a prayer call every Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. And a situation came up from my past that I want to share with you guys today to kind of help you get this concept and be able to use this information to hopefully be able to help you in your circumstance and your situation, right? So I have my oldest child. I had when I was still in high school, and right before she graduated from high school, she had a situation that took place with her father, and my husband and I raised her. So she always knew about her father, but my husband is also her dad, and so when she was like a junior, senior in high school, we had a situation take place with her dad, and it was frustrating, challenging situation. And what happened was she was like questioning me more so about my choices and choosing him as her father and things like that. Hello, how y'all doing? Welcome in. And I looked at her. Now, up until that point, I feel like I was a mother who was trying to my name is Adelaide. What's your name? um Up until that point, I feel like trying to be a perfect mother. I was the type of person that was trying to um, make sure my kids had everything that they needed, make sure that they were structured and organized. Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you're checking in from. Let me know where you guys are checking in from. Um, and so when that happened, my daughter's getting ready to graduate from high school. It's like I realized that all of my efforts to try to give her what I felt like I didn't have or what I felt like she didn't have, try to overcompensate for her daddy not being there. Um, I realized that none of that could change the pain that she was feeling in that moment, right? I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, Kalla. I'm driving, so excuse me, I'm not supposed to be reading anyway, right? But yes, I'm from Charleston, South Carolina, Geechee girl. And So why am I saying this? Remember, we're talking about acceptance. And I'm saying all of this to say the situation happened. She's in high school, but I had to look at her and say, listen, I am so sorry that you are having to go through this. I am so sorry that you're having to experience this. And I apologize even more because you're experiencing this pain, acceptance, right? Think about this, acknowledging, um, you know, acknowledging a situation, right? So I said, you're experiencing this pain or this frustration with me, with your dad because of a decision that I made when I was a teenager, right? And here I am in my late 30s, getting ready to go into my 40s, but we're still dealing with this issue because me as your parent, it's okay. Yeah, my name is Eric. So foreign is pronounced. No, I want to get it right though. Did I say it right? Carla. Let me see. Carla, or see if you can write the pronunciation in because I want to say it right. My name is Adelaide, so a lot of people mess up my name. So I do try to get my friend's name, especially when we're in the Heart Tribe, right? Um, but yeah, so and y'all make sure and like and subscribe and let's stay connected so we can grow together. I love this. I love this communication around um, you know, around the world. It's just a beautiful thing. So, we're talking about acceptance and why that's a critical point in us transforming our lives and living authentically. And so, long story short, because I'm really dragging this story out a little longer than I need to, I had to accept the fact that the decision that I made as a teenage girl, when I didn't know any better, when my dad wasn't there, my mom was struggling with her illnesses and addiction and all of the things, and I was just trying to figure it out. I made this decision as a 17-year-old to have unprotected sex. And then the next thing you know, I'm a parent, right? And now, me making that decision at 17 years old, I had to accept the fact that that decision was impacting my daughter almost 20 years later, all because of a decision that I made. And that's what acceptance is like. And then the next step in my process, step four, is forgiveness. So when you come to accept, I wasn't beating myself down, but in order for me to be able to work through that challenge with my child, I had to acknowledge the part that I played, and I had to be willing to confront that and make sense of it so that I can move forward in my life and make better decisions and be able to console my daughter and not um, be indifferent or try to tell her that her feelings weren't valid or what she experienced wasn't valid, because it was. Because I know what it feels like to grow up without a father, right? So we have to come to a place of acceptance in our life. A lot of people live in a delusional world, right? A lot of people live in a delusional world. What do I mean by that? They don't want to accept the reality of the situations and circumstances that they are in, right? And because of that, they cannot get out of it. It's like this is the part of the process where I said this is where your GPS is kicking in, right? When you get to acceptance, this is where you're asking, I cannot stand people who cannot drive. You know that? When you get to acceptance, this is where you're looking at your life and you're saying, okay, let me reroute. I understand that I've been headed in one direction and that's not the direction I want to go in. So now let me shift and go to another direction. Is this helping somebody? Is this making sense? Y'all let me know. Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I am driving and I don't know if I'm going in and out of service areas. But when we think about acceptance, it's not, and some people think of it like, well, you're trying to blame yourself or you're trying to play the victim or you're trying to make me the villain. No, I'm not. I'm just acknowledging the part that I played in the matter. And now I want to play another part. That's the role I previously played, but now I want to play a different role, right? And you can make a decision like that. Step five in the process, 6-step process. And I encourage you, if you have not already, to get a copy of my book. Excuse me, y'all. I don't know if, let me see something here. Okay, sorry about that. If you have not already gotten a copy of the book has the more. about the steps and how I went through them and kind of guiding you through this divine heart transplant process, you can find it on my website, adelaibrown.com, or check out my link tree. Go to linktree / the heart connections. You can find all of that information there. But when you get to a place of acceptance, you're able to get a more clear path to where you're going. You're more clear on where you are. And therefore, like when you want direction someplace and you put it in your GPS is always going to want to find your current location so that it can give you the best route. Acceptance in real life, let's locate where I am. Oh, I need help. Oh, I'm struggling with this thing. I don't like when this happens, right? These are the types of things that you these are the types of conclusions you come to when you start dealing with things, right? And so the 6-step process I'm referring to is my divine heart transplant process. It's step 1 is connection, step 2 is awareness, step 3 is acceptance, step 4 is forgiveness, step 5 is decision, step 6 is take action. And I truly that these steps, I can tell you, have helped me transform my life, helped me to learn how to forgive and live more healthy, whole, more healthy, whole, authentic life. It has allowed me to have a better relationship with the people who I love the most, and just helped me deal with life challenges in a way where I'm not sabotaging myself. And I just want to encourage you to not do life alone. We do Heart Talk here every first and third Tuesday of the month. We have our prayer call. We do virtual events, in-person events. I get on here and we talk to one another. Why? Because it's important for us to do our work. It's important for us to do our hard work together, right? It's important for us to love on one another. It's important for us to tell the truth about where we are so that we can get a more clear understanding of where we're going, right? Okay, so that's acceptance. I wanted to talk to you guys about that today. I got some work I got to do. I'm getting ready to go, but I did want to take this time to chat with you and let me know if you have any other topics or questions that you have about anything that I shared, any topics you want me to talk about. Just let me know. Um, Put it in the comments. Um, let's stay connected, you know, and remember, when you heal your heart, you transform your life and you transform the world, right? So let's get to it. I love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all soon.